I'm staring at you awkwardly just to see if you do your weird ass shit.
What's up?
Make eye contact with me as you're doing it.
That's always a terrible sound to hear in the morning on the way to work.
It's a
Just
great
saying.
sound. It's a great. That's what I want to wake up to.
I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
What you want to wake up to?
Me making that sound.
Oh, okay. I thought you hear it. Some dude's like, Ruben, roll over.
That got dark. Hey, man, we started. I'm not even ready. I haven't even got my thoughts in order.
That's not my problem. You're looking at Instagram. Get your shit together.
Prepare for this.
Get together.
I am flabbergasted that you started this without my consent.
I don't go fuck.
Did you notice these tables are non-smoking?
I've never noticed
But
that.
Milk Tank and her friends are over here smoking like...
Sucking it up.
Yeah.
Sucking that air up.
Yeah.
Sucking that smoke up.
Yeah. What?
You should point that out to him. Be like, man, look at all this non-smoking stickers
here.
all over the table. Are they on all of them?
I believe so, man.
No, that one don't got it.
Oh.
As they look at all the tables.
Nope.
That's funny.
Oh.
Maybe they put it only... Maybe they took off that sticker just so they could say, like, this one doesn't have a sticker.
Oh, shit. The parts I ordered are going to be here soon.
You ordered parts?
For a table. It's a very exciting week for me. Ordered some parts for furniture.
I took that turn entirely too fast.
And sure did.
Why are you ordering table parts?
Because one of our jobs at work is putting together furniture, so we put together some, but it was missing some parts, so I had to order them. So, yeah.
Fuck, I just burned my mouth. Oh.
So, yeah. All right,
That's
man.
always the worst. Did you burn your tongue? Not the
It's
tongue.
gonna be burnt.
I won't be able to taste nothing later. It's going to be, like, desensitized.
All right, man. How was your week?
What?
How was your week?
There's a joke in there we missed. It's good, man. It's good. How was your week? You had an interesting week. You had a funeral thing to go to. Mm-hmm. Will you stop checking out that guy?
No, they look suspicious as hell. I'm making sure they're not trying to rob this place.
What do you care? You're not in there. It's not your money. You're good.
We got a black prisoner, so they won't rob us.
Oh my gosh.
On the way out after they rob her, they're just going to give her the handshake.
I'm going to hold her up. I'm like,
He told me that he thought I was ghetto.
Why? What'd you do?
I don't know where I would have got
You
that
throwing gang
idea.
signs out the window?
Nope.
You said that to your girlfriend? Mm-hmm. Why?
Oh, you're surprised at that. You should hear the shit she was saying at the funeral.
Oh. That's
What part?
What do you mean, what part, dog? We're at the funeral, all right? First of all, let me set the mood for everybody. We're at the funeral. All right, we're at a funeral place. What are they called? Those places that, like, take care of dead bodies?
a funeral home.
The morgue.
Funeral home.
Where we?
No, funeral home.
Where
funeral
we
home.
at a funeral home?
Is
I think
that
it's
a
a funeral.
morgue?
No, morgue is where all the dead
Where the
bodies,
bodies
are.
are.
At.
You
The
said
hospital.
where does the ones that take care of the bodies?
I think
the
it's
morgue
a.
does.
I think it's a
A
morgue.
funeral home.
Or a
The
funeral home.
ceremony.
Whatever.
Where they put the
Ceremony?
Yeah, funeral home.
Long story short.
Cemetery.
Cemetery. There
The
you go.
cemetery with the funeral home in it. Anyways, long story short, I walk in and there's your grandmother. Mm-hmm. It's open caskets to me are always weird.
Fucking
Oh
weird,
my
man.
God.
Wait, you actually went?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I told you I
Oh
went.
my God.
It's fucking weird, bro.
I seen her casket in my head for 2 days.
You're just looking back, you're like, wow.
Like I was just stuck for 2 days. I'm like, I've never been through anything like that.
Christian people don't do that?
No.
Open caskets?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
If they want to.
Yeah, we'll do it. You'll view the body, then there's a service.
They close the casket during the service?
Yeah.
It's optional. You can either have it open or closed.
But this one was open. I've only seen that one other time in my life. And it wasn't even my family member. It was like a friend of a coworker. It was a coworker's side of the family or some shit. And I went over there and I was like, oh, okay.
It makes reality kind of like set in, like
Yeah.
you view mortality differently.
Yeah, it makes you think about some shit. But also, you look at those people and you're like, what's going on with that? Like they look a little off, right?
Yeah.
Like they don't look like normal. They look like they've got some crazy makeup on or something. Like
Right.
it's kind
weird.
of plasticky. I mean, it's not to be weird, but kind of plasticky.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the point. You're trying to make them look a little bit less dead.
Put some powder on them. It'd be good.
I don't know. It's weird.
Some
It's just
red
weird.
hue to them, you know? Like blood still.
I don't know. It's weird. I don't know why my aunt was like, "Oh yeah, open casket's the way to go." It's very weird.
Well, sometimes it's good for, family members to view their dead loved ones to make it final.
I mean, I get why they did it because a lot of them didn't spend any time with her, so they really needed to let that Catholic guilt hit. And man, it hit. Didn't it hit, man?
Dude, it was okay. First of all, so I sit
Wait,
down.
was this a Catholic funeral or a Christian funeral?
Catholic.
Catholic funeral.
Catholic as the day was long and kind of hot and kind of cold. How it's been during the week.
Anyways,
Mid-60s.
so I walk in and it's like dead quiet. People are just there's like very few of you, by the way. Some over here. It's like little cliques of family members.
Yeah, I had my family, who I talked to, my sister, my dad, and my mom, and then I had everybody the fuck else, who I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be anywhere associated with you people, because you people are scum, and I don't want to be around you. And my dad got there first, so he was like, yeah, you people are scum, I don't want to be around you. So he had the same mentality as me, so I'm like, I'm glad we agreed.
So first of all, like I get there and it's like very ominous and quiet, and I'm like, oh, this is like, we should be serious about this. And I sit down, and then it's just like I don't know what to do. I'm just like, I guess I'll just look around for a while, and I started scoping out the place. And then after a while, like I think you started talking to me, and I was like, oh, okay, we can talk in here. All right, cool, we'll talk. And then you started busting out with jokes. I was like, how are you gonna make jokes right now?
Hell, I'm in the mood, man.
Like I started reading the little paper thing that had like her description of her and what her life was like.
Obituary stuff.
I guess obituaries to me is
Yeah.
always like in the newspaper, but
Yeah, it's
Oh.
kind of like a little obituary.
like a little
thing, yeah.
obituary, and it's like, oh, this person was born in like what did it say? It was like
27.
1937.
Nin-
No, it
1930
said 27.
27, there you go.
27, and then she was born where?
Mississippi.
He's like Mississippi, and then Ruben looks at me and he's just like, I didn't know Mexicans were at Mississippi.
I
And I
can't.
was like,
Yeah, I didn't know they were allowed to be there.
Oh my god.
but he says it like in a straight face, like
Yes.
he's surprised.
like he's so serious.
And then his sister looks at me, and she just like has like a face like no surprise either. She's just dead inside like Ruben, and she's just like, yeah. And she's like, what did she say? She said some other shit. What else was on
No,
that
she was
thing?
like, yeah, that's surprising. And I was like, yeah, I know, right? She's like, yeah.
And then her name, they were talking about.
Oh, yeah, we're talking about her name. We're like, that's not her name.
He's like,
And then my
"That's not
sister
her
was
name."
like, yeah, that's not her name.
They were like, we don't even know where this name came from.
Yeah, we're like, we don't know where this name.
He was like,
This is
they were
from-
Like, this is our name, but this is not. I don't know where that name.
Yeah,
came
because her middle name is Flores, and that's the name we have as our last name. But that's not her last name. Her last name is something else. Exactly. Yeah,
How
there you
did
go.
your dad carry her Flores?
Yeah, there
last
you go.
name?
Okay, there you go.
I know in Mexico it's like reverse. So it's like first name and then the last name is next, and then the middle name is after for some weird reason. But that's weird that your dad wouldn't have carried on the next one.
First name.
So it's first name and then it's the last name. So it'd be Ruben Flores, and then if Ruben had like a middle name, it'd go after that.
Do you have a middle name? You don't.
Bartholomew.
Jeremiah.
Doesn't look like a Bartholomew to you?
Jeremiah.
Nelly.
Nelly. R. Kelly.
His mom was a fan.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, so we don't know if that was her real name. That was apparently was the name she wanted to be buried as. But
Did she know she was gonna die?
Do we ever know if
No, I mean like because when you're older, you have like kind of a.
I mean, she was
Block.
saying that for like the last year. So no.
Oh.
Well, she had been to the hospital. Yeah, so I mean, she kind of her health was kind of up and down.
So it had been going back and forth, but no, not really. So, and then yeah,
And then at some point,
Oh,
like,
we were saying, me and my sister were saying too, and my dad was saying, we don't know that if that her birthday on there, 1927, was the real date either.
I thought you said it was 1937.
No, it said 1927.
You said 27. He said 37.
Yeah, whatever, 27.
He don't know.
But
either.
but we don't know if that's the real one because we never found any actual proof of her being in America. You guys are laughing, but no, it's true. We don't have any actual proof of her like being a person. Like when she first came over here, and they're like, "Hey, what name do you want?"
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
such and such. We don't have that.
Yeah.
So she just appeared one day. And I was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck it, my name's Samuel L. Jackson." They're like, okay.
Well, that makes sense. I have a grandparent that came over from a different country, and he got to choose his first and last name.
Yeah. So, yeah, we don't have that. So, and then as she would go to the hospital, like in her last, not too long, 20 years or so, she would give different false names. So it was hard to keep track of. So.
Little secret agent over there.
Yeah.
she's like, Medicare can't bill me.
Yeah.
Patal.
And it's so funny because his sister was saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's the
your
whole
sister's
thing.
hilarious. She says it just as pan face as he says shit.
Yes.
Just
And she
as
be-
pan
And then
face.
she'd be like, "But you laughing? I'm serious."
Yeah, because it's funny, but it's not funny
Dude, it's
because
crazy.
we've done it
Like
so much.
hella pan face. You just look at him. I'm looking at him, and he's like, oh.
And I'm looking at
And I'm
him
looking back at
for
his sister,
confirmation.
and she's all
like, "Did I
I was
just
like,
hear the
what
same
the
thing you heard? Are you sure you heard the same thing I heard?"
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Just like when we're trying to get money from her bank accounts, she's always like, "No, not that one."
She's like, "There's a couple more."
I'm like, hold up. You don't drive because they took your license away. They threw that bitch away because you almost ran somebody over. So they just threw that whole thing away. And you got no way of getting to the bank. So how do you got 7 different bank accounts? And she just like, yeah, no, not that one. No, not that one.
So she had different names for each bank.
Yeah.
How does she prove her identity?
Yeah.
I don't know. She
One of
wouldn't
these-
tell anybody.
One of these days, you're gonna like take down a wall in her house, and it's
That's
gonna be
what
like a
he said.
suitcase.
No, that's
full
what
of
she
shit.
tells me to do. That's what she told me to do. She's like, if I die, you gotta go to my house and just start going through everything. Like,
That's very
why?
vague. You need to be like, you need to open like this wall up. There'll be some.
I'm like,
gold
why?
bricks.
I don't want to do that. Asbestos and shit.
She probably has like 15
Yeah, she has-
passports,
yeah,
and cash,
I'm
stacks
sure.
of cash, and jewels.
Yeah, I'm sure it's all kinds of stuff is in there.
Say bricks of cocaine. It's just, you never know, dog.
It might be, man. It might be. So, but yeah, that's how it was. And then, yeah, but that's how it was. That's how I was dealing with her. Yeah,
And then
aliases.
apparently there was some drama in the family about some shit and some shit. And the one that was involved in the drama came in,
Oh, that was
and
good,
and,
man.
and you're I think she was trying to interact with your dad, and then this motherfucker turns over to me and he's all like, "It's going down," and he's like pointing at me. He's like, "It's going down," and I was like, "Shut the fuck! up. We're in a funeral. Shut the fuck up right now." And he's like, "It's going down."
So what's the difference? Like, what's a Catholic funeral like?
You just sit there and you.
Is it like a normal funeral, or is there like something special? Like they get sprinkled with like holy water and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah. So
that? Does the Pope
you
guy?
don't do the helicopter around it, man. What the hell are you doing?
No, they put the holy water in that little sprinkler
they
thing. And
put
they go,
that. All right, so the holy water thing looks like a microphone. You dip into like a cup,
yeah.
and then you take it out and you go
Yeah,
like
you,
that. with
You
them.
kind of spray people with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the Catholic one, you sit there, you have
I'm
the
serious.
casket open.
That's legit.
Yeah, that's what you do. So you sit there and you sit there in the pews or whatever, and then you sit there for like 2 hours and you look at the body, and then you let the Catholic guilt hit you.
To 7.
Yeah, you
That was
let-
a bit extreme. Yours I think, went for a long time.
Yeah, you let the Catholic guilt hit you.
PM
You gotta let it hit you.
7 PM.
You gotta let it hit you good and deep.
It's like guilt, Catholic guilt, where it's like, oh, you're alive, but this one isn't.
Yeah. And you're
Feel
like,
bad for
oh, I wasn't there all this time, and I had no interest in seeing you whatsoever until just right now, this moment. And so you let it hit you, and then after that, then they do the rosary. And that's the
Oh.
difference between the
Oh,
Christian
the
and
rosary.
What's that?
And the
The rosary is
and the
where there's a
Catholic one.
rosary necklace, and you do
Yeah.
a prayer for each bead. Da-da-da, prayer, next prayer.
Yeah.
Prayer, next prayer. And it's full of beads.
Yeah, it's full of beads. It's like a whole thing. It's all long, and you go like that. You're like, you do some spell. You're like,
And then after you're done, you get to take the beads and just smack it on the pew and just snap them apart.
yeah.
That.
No?
No.
I was like, what?
That's why it's a
Did you
lot.
see my face?
I thought you were being
You guys are
serious.
like, oh
That's
shit,
not.
it's
That's
getting crazy.
No,
I've
you-
never been to any.
Yeah, that's what you
That's what I
do.
was
So the
saying.
priest will
No,
come in.
Wait,
and then,
okay, now I'm confused. You said, yeah, that's what they do. So they do smack the beads.
No, they
so
don't.
they're
No.
okay. I'm just
They
clarifying.
don't smack the beads.
No, so they do the rosary thing though. The priest
Okay,
comes
yeah,
in
yeah.
after they visit people. After the visitation, they call it the visitation when the casket's there.
Yeah.
So after that, then they do the rosary, and then they do the prayers on the thing. I think it's the Our Father.
Our Father who art in heaven.
that
Yeah.
one. And so they do like 50 of those or something on the little thing, and you move it up and down.
Does the guy, like the Pope looking dude, come down with the swinging chain with the
Yeah,
frothing
that
or
I
the
think so. Yeah,
whatever
we
it's
left
called,
before
fog?
that because we're like, we're not Catholic, man,
Yeah.
and like we don't mean no disrespect, but we're not trying to do these spells that you're trying to do.
Spells.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was like, he goes.
It only
"Yeah."
completes when the fog goes down the aisle.
yeah. Like
Then
we don't-
it's
we don't know-
completed.
We don't know if you're trying to
The witchcraft of Catholicism.
Yeah.
And
Catholicism.
he goes,
Yeah,
no, it's a spell.
Yeah, we don't know if you're trying to shove the. Yeah, we don't know if you're trying to. Yeah, we don't know if you're trying to shove the spirit back in the body or what.
While he's talking at the thing, at the funeral.
Who?
I am. Yeah, I'm saying all this
All
out
of this, he's saying,
You're saying this during
Yes.
the funeral?
Yeah, because John was like, "Oh, when are we?"
Your grandma's probably in her ghost self saying, "Shut the fuck up, Ruben.
Maybe.
Pay attention.
Maybe.
Pay
Taking my dead body.
Yeah. So that's what they do, and then the priest does that. They do like 50 or 100 of them, or however many it is.
Did you tell me yet when the priest puts the hostias, were they? The little wafers, and he puts them on his hand, and then he just like makes it rain into
And
people's
then they
mouths.
do the communion. They always do communion.
Wait, you don't get to pick up your own cracker?
No,
No.
in Catholicism, actually, they put it in your
Yeah,
mouth.
they put it in your mouth. So
Do they hit your... Okay, so I do have one question.
okay, go ahead.
Because I saw a meme, and I'm wondering if this is true. When you go up to the priest, and you're like asking for forgiveness or whatever, and they hit you in the head really hard with their hand.
What the fuck?
That
No?
doesn't happen.
okay.
No.
Okay.
So wait,
No.
why can't I touch my own food?
You can ask them to put it in their hand, but usually traditionally they'll like be like,
Yeah. Yeah, they put it in your mouth.
No.
You place it on
Why?
your tongue.
Is there a
Why?
reason for
pow.
Because
No,
that's
for
what
real.
Christ did.
No, I'm being serious.
that? Is there a reason?
I don't know.
That's what Christ did.
No,
Christ used to be
He
like-
broke bread.
That,
And then he was like, "Here, John."
my God.
He's like,
He was like, "John, here you go.
No.
You're my favorite."
He broke bread and then passed the cup around. He passed
well,
it.
no, and then you go to the next
No,
one,
then you go to the
and
next
the next
guy,
one
yeah.
has a cup.
He has a cup,
and then
and
you
he
can
hands
be like,
you the cup. Yeah, he hands you a chalice. He's like, "Here you go, bro." And then you
What's in the
Are you
chalice?
drinking the same
Wine.
Christ's
cup?
blood.
Okay, are you drinking the same?
Yeah, you
Can
drink
you
those
just
things.
like
Out of the
kick
same-
your throat open? Just
you can.
If that's
knock
how
it
you want
back?
But they're like,
So all right, so the main priest, yeah,
give me that shit back. They'll do that to you.
Yeah,
They'll like
do
tip it down. They're like, calm down and give it back.
You're like, wait, nah, bro, nah.
They're like, honey, get the
Drinking
taste.
out
I didn't get
Jesus.
to taste it.
yeah,
Huh?
yeah. So
Drinking out the same
so
cup?
okay, so first the
Yeah.
so the main
Yeah.
priest,
That's why they're like, and you're like
yeah,
fucking rubbing that shit with their
yeah,
shirt.
yeah.
Like-
So the main priest does the bread, and then the other, like the assistant priest, gives you the cup, and so he'll hand you the thing, the
Yeah.
chalice, and you'll take a drink, and then you give it back, and then he like wipes it off with like alcohol or whatever.
So I'm
Have
assuming
alcohol, like a cotton piece of.
Yeah, yeah. It's like he puts like alcohol on like
He
a
doesn't put
rag.
alcohol on nothing.
Actually,
It's
the one
like a
the guy
clean cotton
we went to
linen.
the next day, he actually did that. I was like, that's new.
It's probably been a while since I've done that.
Yeah, but yeah, so he hands it to you like that, and then yeah, you take a drink, and then he'll wipe it off with the
So
towel.
your grandmother was a Catholic woman?
Mm-hmm. And so yeah, so that's what he does. But we left before that.
Well, hold on. So we was missing a couple parts. So at some point
I think
we're like
we- I
sitting
think we
there.
got
I'm trying
everything.
to like avoid laughter. And we haven't even talked about Doctor Strange yet. We're trying to avoid
That's my
laughter. All right. And then I just hear like bawling, like yelling, crying. And I'm
fuck.
just like,
Yeah, that Catholic guilt hit
and
somebody
I was
real
like,
hard.
what the fuck is going on over here? And then I don't want to look back, but everybody's starting to look back.
I fucking.
'Cause-
I just hear. I'm like. And I'm like this. I'm like, shit. Those spells are strong. It got the spirit back in the body. Fuck. I'm a believer. Okay. I'm like, okay. I'm doing the sign of the cross. I'm like, okay. All right. I'm down for this. You shit. Okay. And then I'm just like, I'm like, all right, we got to shove this spirit back in the body. How?
What's the problem?
What's the problem? Who does it? Where's the priest at? I don't know. I can't do it. I can't. Give me a Pookie ball or something. How do we catch the spirit? And then I'm like, okay, this is a person. It has to be a person. It's too loud. And so I look around and it's my cousin, one of my cousins. I haven't seen her in a while. She's just bawling, crying.
And not just crying,
Not
wailing.
She's like wailing.
She's like doing the most.
I was like,
And I'm like,
and as she got closer to her
It was
grandmother,
loud,
she
louder.
was getting louder. I was
I was like,
wow.
I was almost like, dude, who died?
I was like, Jesus, someone wants some attention.
Yeah,
Go hug her, Ruben.
I did.
Some people grieve differently.
I guess, man.
And then-
Just some
and then
people are loud.
My mom said too. She
Yeah.
was like, yeah, some people.
Well, then I went to go hug her, and she smelled like 100% weed.
Oh.
And I was like, oh.
You're like, oh, you're seeing some
You're
shit,
seeing
aren't
some
you?
shit. You're probably seeing like the Grim Reaper. You're seeing like Three Devils. I'm like, oh, okay, I got you.
Oh my gosh.
And the Catholic guilt's probably at that.
Oh yeah,
intensified.
it's intensified 1,000%.
Man. Well, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, but I mean,
And then Doctor Strange came in. He did his
my
spells,
boy
and we were
Doctor
good to go.
Strange. My boy Doctor Strange came in.
Came in. He had those fucking
Pastor.
symbols out of his hand, coming out of his hands.
Pastor came in.
Fucking throwing spells left and right because he can't be in there too long because he's Christian. Mm-hmm. Can't intermingle and shit. So
Yes, you can.
He had to
John
throw some.
decided to leave me out to get.
Ruben and his sister kept going in and out to say hi to family members. So it was like Ruben's sister, me, Ruben, and then black mystery girl. And so I was like tired of getting up and getting out of the stuff. So I was like, fuck this shit. I went to the back. I went to like a couple rows back. I was like, fuck it. You guys can come back whenever, and I'll sit down whenever. And then Doctor Strange was there with his wife, and she was closest to you, and she kept talking up a storm to you, and I was just kind of like, I turned away. I was like,
his head and he turns his head and I'm talking to him. I said something to him and he turns his head and she starts talking back to me. I'm like,
I had to avoid. That's times in school where teachers would need to call on somebody to do the answer,
Yes.
and you're just kind of like, just looking away and shit.
I
You're
would
like,
just I
wow.
would stare at my teacher because if you're not paying
going on in
attention,
that
she gonna
corner?
call
Right,
on you.
yep.
So I would stare at her. She'd be like, no, this bitch don't know the answer.
and she kept asking you all kinds of shit. She's like,
Well,
I was like, oh,
yeah. So
Nah, this bitch don't know the
yeah, I
answer. She
think
looking at me.
who'd I go to say hi to? I went to
I
go
was
say hi
the
to a
kid that
few
always
people.
you went to go
Well,
take your
No, not
grandfather
me. I
to the
don't
food
know
thing.
anything.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I raised my hand on purpose just to see
Yeah.
if she'll call me.
So my other grandfather on my mom's side came with a few more of my mom's family too, and then he apparently wanted to go talk to my other grandfather, the wife of my grandmother who had just died. So then I took them to go over there, and then they started talking like old Mexicans in Mexico. They were just like reminiscing about like their glory days and shit. And
Do they speak in Spanish to each other?
Oh yeah! Oh fuck yeah!
I didn't get the fact that was your mom's dad, and not your dad's dad.
Yeah.
Because I was like, he's doing well, considering.
No.
You know, I was like, he's doing well.
That was your mom's
Dad.
Mm-hmm.
And your dad's dad that went okay.
Yeah,
they both
that's
were
why when he
there,
came over, I was like, I shook his hand. I was like, sorry, and he looked good. I was like, all right, he's at peace with this shit.
No, my other grandfather was with my aunt mostly.
Okay. don't think I saw him.
He was on the front row.
Yeah, he was in the front row.
And then that's when she took him back there to get.
Yeah, he was eating for a while. And then
That's rough. That's fucking rough. I wouldn't want to do that. Like seeing your wife in the casket. Fuck that.
Yeah.
That's why I say to when I die, I'm like, burn me up, baby.
Well,
Don't look
okay,
at me.
So that was a drama.
Yeah.
Because the cremation thing.
My grandmother wanted to. She has her was it plot? Her
Right.
plot of land to be buried in. It's paid for already.
Yeah.
She paid for that like 40 years ago, when she was still a young person, and so now apparently, I don't know who.
Apparently.
Yeah, apparently. Somebody now says that she wanted to be cremated. And I'm like, okay, how much is that going to cost? They're like, oh, don't worry, we'll figure it out. I'm like, I just don't want the bill, man.
That's less, I
Yeah.
think, than actually burying someone.
It's like, ow, sorry.
The problem
It's
is
like $600.
Yeah, I think it's less.
okay, but the
I think it's
problem
less
is
'cause you
It's more.
No, it's
No,
less
it's
because I think
less.
you don't got to pay for a
Yeah, you don't gotta
casket.
pay for
You don't
land.
got to pay for like the burial stuff.
Yeah.
You just get chopped, burnt, and they just give it back to you. They're like,
Yeah.
"Here you go. What do you want to do with it?"
They give it to you back in a box with a bag of ash.
More, she said it was more to cremate.
I don't think so.
It's not.
No?
No.
Because the caskets are expensive as fuck. Caskets like a couple
It's
grand.
like a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I'm like, first of all, I don't need something comfortable.
Just put me in a wooden crate.
What are you gonna do?
And
Crate me and
Fine.
throw me in.
Fine.
Go to
Plywood.
Home Depot. All right. They sell fucking 2x4s at
give
Home
me some
Depot.
MDF.
stupid.
Some
that's a
waterproof
deep joke.
kind though. The
Yeah,
waterproof
that's a joke right
Don't
there.
be cheap.
That's a handyman joke right there.
Get that waterproof stuff.
Give me some. Was it the green board for your bathrooms that you put the tile on? For your bathroom, when you put tile on there for your showers.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, the stronger backup
Yeah.
one for the tile. Yeah.
Just put me in that shit.
I'm like, and then while you're at Home Depot, you know that pink shit you put it as asbestos filled.
That-
line
put that
line
in.
the wood with that shit.
There
Just
you
lay me
go.
in there. I'll be good.
But
Oh, I want to go
there
Darth
was
Vader style.
the-
Just fucking burn me up,
there
man.
you go.
They didn't want to cremate her because the argument of like you're not supposed to burn the body kind of thing.
No, they were like, that's fine, burn her up. But the thing was, she had already paid for her land, but she didn't want to be buried in her plot. Apparently, she wanted to be buried with
Apparently.
her first daughter who died.
Oh.
So now they had to dig up that grave and put the urn on top of that grave, or on top of that coffin, and then bury it again. And so that's what they're going to do. Apparently all that costs money. And then the problem with that is they need the permission from the relatives of that aunt who died. But the other aunt doesn't get along with that aunt, and that's the drama that I was referring to earlier.
I see.
That's the Mexican struggle right there. It's the ants don't get along with other ants,
Yeah.
and cousins don't get along with brothers, and whatever, and it's fucking a clusterfuck. Always drama. There's always drama in a
There's a
Mexican family.
huge ass family.
Yeah.
That's always drama in
Y'all
the family.
got big
She
families.
it said that she had
Mexicans love busting
25
nuts.
plus
What?
What?
grandkids.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wait, 25 plus
Jesus.
grandkids. And I'm like, damn.
I have 4 cousins.
That's it?
That's
Yeah.
it?
That's it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
That I didn't know of.
I got
That's it?
Immediate
900.
family.
I got 900 cousins.
You're like,
Second cousins,
we're half of
and
this
third
state.
cousins, but immediate cousins.
We get
I've got
discounts
4.
everywhere.
Yeah.
My grandma had 14.
Your grandma
Yeah.
had 14 kids.
14. 7 girls and 7 boys. And all of them have kids. And their kids
Blessed
have
is a man
kids.
that's quivers full.
Man, they didn't even just.
14 kids.
He just got his dick around there, pregnant. He's just not in a sock, pregnant.
Jeez, 14 kids.
14, 7 girls and 7 boys. She buried 2.
When you have
That's
14,
crazy.
some of them are going to drop off. There's only so many
Just 2.
shoot out the...
Everybody else is still here. Thank God.
But yeah, that was a drama. So that happened. We got through. We left a little early.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange left about when my parents left. And yeah. And then they were talking to Black Mystery Girl because Black Mystery Girl met them on Sunday when we went to church.
You guys went to church together?
Yeah,
How was that?
it was good. I
good.
actually understood.
Man, she actually liked it a lot.
Yeah.
What'd they talk about?
Understood.
Okay.
How was that?
That was a week ago.
What'd you think of Doctor Strange? Did he do any spells on you?
No.
They show you
Actually,
the alternate dimensions?
Yeah, of God, yeah.
He's-
Actually, he's really good. He's really good at what he does. Like, he teaches you. He doesn't just talk to
Preach.
you. And, yeah, he doesn't just talk to you. He teaches
He's
you.
like, listen,
he
ignorant
explains.
fools. Let me teach you some shit.
Pretty much.
Yeah. That's basically how he be talking. He'd be like, okay, so I'm gonna explain it to you. Let me break it down to you.
While you're at it, though, I'm going to throw a basket around here. And if
Fill
you
it up.
can, throw some bills. I don't want no jingly shit.
We didn't take it.
Bills.
You know what? We didn't take an offering on Sunday.
Do you guys do it the same way Catholics do, where they pass around the basket?
We used to, but I haven't been there in like a year, man. So
Wait.
Is that how you guys do it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still remember the funniest shit I've ever seen on The Simpsons to this day is when Homer is asleep. He's just asleep like that. And then they pass him the basket and they hit him with the basket. And he's like, oh, and he passes it. And then they pass it back to him. And he's like, and he passes it the other way. And he passes it back to him. He's like, oh, fine. And he puts some money in there. And then he passes it again. And he passes it back to him. He's like, what the hell? And he puts more money in there. And then he passes it again. And he passes it back to him. He's like, fine, I'm sorry for being asleep. And he puts more money in there. And then he passes it on. That's still the funniest shit I've ever seen. Still, to this day, I can't think of anything funnier on The Simpsons than that. But Sunday's message was how to be a good wife.
How to be a good wife?
Yeah, that shit was
Keep
funny.
your asses in the kitchen, making that food.
Having those babies.
14 of them is what Jesus wants. 14 of them.
Yeah, that's what
Better
I'm
be
talking
healthy.
He did say be fruitful and multiply.
But he didn't say.
Yeah, he didn't say like a rabbit.
Man.
He didn't say like a rabbit. He said multiply. He didn't say repopulate the earth.
about. By yourself.
He's like spread your seed throughout the planets.
Thick and froffle like.
It's just like, hey man, have some kids. You know? Don't fucking colonize the world. I want you to colonize Mars, kids. Work hard.
Yeah, that was a good message though.
Okay, so I got a question.
Oh, what up?
All right.
You want to get away from the morbid topic
Yes.
of death?
Yes.
I thought the
Well, all right,
church
before we
side-
leave the question, I will say though, like it is a very sombering and like sobering experience to go through something like that. But it made me realize, first of all, I would never do shit like that. But if I did, shit would be popping. All right, first of all, you'd have to have music in the background, and no Catholic music. I'm talking about like fun music. All right. Secondly, I request an outfit.
You're like,
If I'm gonna be in the
what?
casket, I want like a pimp outfit or something funny. I want people to walk up to me and be like, "All right, that's fucking funny. He's like in a pirate costume or something, or like he's in
Pirate.
yeah, or
You
like
mean you want yourself in a costume?
yeah. I want
Okay,
a
so
costume.
can I just put you on the baddest
Yeah.
shirt ever?
What does it say? As long as it says I love dick, I'll be fine.
Okay.
So something funny, all right.
Okay.
And then I want like a funny obituary. If I had more time, I would have written one and read it right
It's
now.
like here lies John, died in a pussy avalanche.
He thought he could overcome this challenge, but the challenge overcame him. Died of dehydration and malnourishment.
Wow.
Drowned in the deepest, wettest seas. He wasn't man enough for it.
He died a happy life, though. He
died-
lived a happy
He
life.
died how we all want to go. Drowned in the sweetest fluid ever.
Sweet oogie.
I don't think
that's the way to go, man.
Yeah, it is
that's the way to go. I don't know if Catholicism would allow that. They'd be like, pimp outfit? I don't know.
Said I loved it.
I'm like, look, man, we're down for the pimp outfit, but I don't know if we can have R. Kelly playing in the background.
I want R. Kelly's Hotel in the background.
Yeah.
He loved this song. He loved this song, guys.
Hey,
He did.
we
Hey,
did.
it would be allowed in a Christian funeral. All of it.
Yep.
yeah.
And then I want people to break for my favorite food. And then in the next room is like my favorite
Chipotle.
shit.
Just
Chipotle.
bowls.
All kinds of Mexican food.
Plain ass Chipotle bowls.
Oh, come on. Shit.
Everybody's like, man, this food was basic.
And then
no
maybe
flavor.
have like a deadlifting platform for anyone else who would just deadlift for shits and giggles, you know?
Deadlift your casket.
That. Or like have my maxes and see who can get it that high, you know?
Everybody's
I
like,
want an
man,
interactive grave,
everybody's
or funeral.
Everybody's crying. They're like, this
Point,
dude was
right?
a beast. There's a fucking beast.
And then have like my funniest YouTube videos in the background playing, you know? Just go through my YouTube channel.
It's
Just
like, so
fucking let it
one
play.
time, I was fucking a bitch. Yeah.
There you go. Put the podcast in the background and be like, hey, let's talk about candy cane and what?
So one time, I almost got caught fucking a bitch in this church parking lot. People at the church are like,
And in the background, people can be crying. He had a full life.
Oh.
damn. They're like, I hope that one story is on here where he got caught in that one girl's bedroom. Oh, fuck. That was a great one. That was a fucking good one. Oh,
We're going
jeez.
to talk about Queefy on this one.
Yeah, God, that was a good one too. Jeez.
And then we'll announce it. I want you to announce it like to podcast listeners, and they can all just go and just take pictures of my body. Just be like, you know?
This is terrible, man.
You know? Why not?
You're not serious.
Why not?
New topic. I can't. I don't
All right,
want to
fine.
talk
What's
about
the
this shit.
I was just
no
thinking
more.
about that. I'm like, that would be hilarious. I would have the most lit funeral ever. Ever. Interactive.
You want party bags too?
Oh yeah. Like when you go to Mexican parties and like it's like a little kid's birthday party and they do a little bag with like
Yeah, it's
bag.
called a
We
gift
do-
bag.
Is it tip bag?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Spanish it's called
Everybody
it's
does
like
that.
guinaldo.
Yeah.
Tiff, what was your question?
Did you just call her tit?
Tit. Yep.
I call her tit too.
Who was like, that's my nickname.
Sorry. I don't know why I said tit.
Listen,
My
tit.
bad.
Listen here, tit. Here, get in this mouth.
He's like, that's what I call the left one. The right one has a different name.
The left one's called Betty.
Stupid.
All right, so what's your topic? You had a question.
All right,
Or a comment.
so-
No, the left one's Tay. So you got Tit Tay. You're welcome.
Okay, that's good. That's pretty good.
Watch, Ruben's gonna say that shit in the middle of you guys fucking in some random ass house. He's gonna be like, hey, Tay.
Give me Tay.
Give me Tay, I want Tay.
Oh, God.
It's like, Tay likes that.
I'm gonna say that when we're eating with your parents.
That's not funny.
It's funny.
That's not funny.
That's hilarious.
Okay. So, if you have a baby, okay,
Okay.
by a guy, I'm gonna do the girls first.
Okay.
Girls.
I can't have a baby
girls
by a
point.
guy.
Stupid.
Me neither.
Okay. So you have a baby, but
Have your baby.
stupid. Have a baby, but the guy that you with, y'all got into an altercation. Something happened, and now you don't want the baby to see his child. Okay.
Okay.
Trials and tribulations question.
Okay, wait. So, is the baby born or am I just
Yeah.
knocked up?
No.
Oh, okay, so
The
baby's born.
She's about 5.
And we had an
Playing
altercation.
basketball and shit.
She's about 5.
So, and we got in a fight.
Yes.
And what do I do if I don't want the dad to see their kid? What?
Do you feel as if it's right for the dad not to see?
The kid?
Yeah.
No. I think
He hurt you.
I understand that, but that kid is half yours, half his, and it would be very selfish to keep the kid from the father. I think obviously you would probably need to go to court to get like time split or whatever it's called, and then have like supervised visits.
Right.
But I would never try to.
Do you think he would hurt? You wouldn't feel like he would hurt his child?
That's why I'd have supervised visits.
CPS. What's it there for?
Okay. So how would you feel if you couldn't see your child?
I mean, you feel bad as a parent, right? But at the same time, it's like, yo, I'm gonna involve the courts in this shit. Let's get it going. I want I want to fucking talk about this. What's up? What's happening?
Wait, so you're asking him what if the mom was to not let him see the kid?
If he did something wrong to her, like he really hurt her.
Yeah.
She's hospitalized, all of that. She
I
beat your wife.
I beat her up.
Yeah.
I lay these hands on her. I put some smoke on her. Uppercut. You know, I got you.
Like, what would he do?
What would I do? I mean, probably after I get out of jail, probably. I don't know. What does she say to make me that angry? No, I'm just kidding.
So you can't
want you to
dance.
see your child.
See, if I was Chris Brown, nobody would ever bat twice. I'd just be dancing and shit. Be like, let me see my kids.
Let me see my baby.
Nobody batted an eye about Chris Brown.
Nah.
And he dropped some fucking hands. But anyways, I don't know. It's a fuck situation, but you still, unless legally you're told you can't see your kids, you should still be able to see your kids. It's a fuck situation. But legally, if you're still able to see your kids, you should still have the option, technically.
So, wait. So I can't see my kids because of something I did?
Yeah, you beat your wife, and now she's like, you ain't gonna see your kid. Sorry.
I mean, it sucks, but
You're like, he'll grow out without me. He'll grow up without me just fine.
I mean, you gotta take responsibility for what you did until you can get your custody back. Show them you're good enough to get it back.
Ruben's basically saying, to quote it the Man Bible, Jay-Z 3:14, on to the next one.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's
On to
nothing you
the
can
next
do.
one. Got to try to have those 19 babies. On to the next one.
I mean, there's nothing you can do.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, very.
They're about to learn some words. They're about to get taught.
About to get taught.
Look at the fucking bedtime. No, like if the court says you can't see them, well, that's all you got. You got to prove that you can. So you gotta show them that you can see them, man. And maybe if that means not seeing the chick you beat up, then that's what that means. So
where does this question come from? Why? What would you do?
I was reading a book, and I guess they were in a relationship, and she's like, oh, well, he called me 5 years later asking can he see his child, and her friends was like, well, at least he's trying to see his child. Her other friend was like, well, no, she claims that he raped her and beat her up. So she feels that her daughter that she doesn't want her daughter to see him anymore.
That's also very different when it's a daughter, right? Like if it's a son, you're just
Right.
like, all right. But if it's a daughter, you're just kind of like, ooh, is he creepy, rapey? You don't want that being around your daughter. That's also a different situation
That's
in my mind.
true.
So yeah, that's where it came from. So I've
Yeah, it's
been
an
reading
interesting
these
situation.
books.
Kind of weird as dark books you reading.
Well, I've been reading these books. It's like one's called The Hustler's Wife. Another one was called what's the other one I told you?
The Trials and Tribulations.
I Need Her Man. And they're really good books. Like it explains like how they met and like these girls are actually writing them.
They sound like
they
all
get
like Tyler
interesting.
Perry
Some
movies.
things get interesting.
Maybe.
So
is it different from that one book you're reading where it's like he took out his swollen member
Yeah.
and shoved it in her
Yeah.
face? Okay.
that's just like it. Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Wow, that goes 0 to 100 real quick there, man.
But
Goes
you can't
from-
stop reading.
Well, it goes from swollen member to let's go to court real quick.
Stupid.
Wow.
Sounds like a Tyler Perry book.
Just happy you're reading.
Oh.
Dang. What you trying to say, dog? You're the one that's always talking shit about reading.
I don't read. I go on record saying I don't. I don't even read your text messages. I just assume
Wow.
I just assume what they say.
Wow, interesting.
That's why John just sends me memes.
Yep, memes.
That's it.
How about that meme life?
That's right. Hey, tell him
Every 5 minutes you looking at ass.
Ass.
of the Bible.
I really took that one song seriously when it's all ass. I was like, oh, song's got a
Never
beat to
listened
it.
to those songs.
Yeah, stupid.
Which songs?
Cardi B.
That's a Cardi B song? That's another.
No.
Oh, no. Oh, the
that's
Cardi
not
B.
Cardi?
Yeah, but that was a Nicki Minaj song.
Oh, I never listened to him. I'm sure I listened to him on the radio. I just never really.
Nicki Minaj was in that song. By Big Sean.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Tell him about what?
Tell them how our parents met.
My parents and his parents met. My mom was like,
Wait.
Well,
Your parents and
Yeah.
Ruben? Or
Yeah.
your parents and Ruben's parents?
my parents and Ruben's parents.
Oh, they met? Mm-hmm. How'd that go down?
Stop kicking me. It actually went pretty well. My
Where was
mom
this?
acting a fool at my house because my car broke down like I told you it would.
What's wrong with it?
Everything. Every damn thing.
The whole okay, so the belt loop thingy,
That wasn't
that
check.
thing.
That wasn't getting your check engine light.
but they put the one that was on the last engine back on there.
The
Hey.
turpentine belt or the timing belt?
I don't know.
Because the timing belt, that's a bad move.
I don't
So what's
know.
wrong with the motor now? Or what's wrong with the car?
The whole engine just came down,
Came down. What the fuck does that mean?
just came loose. It was shaking, and then when my dad, we pulled it all the way to my house, back to the dealer or whatever, and then when my mom cut it back on to
God.
pull it in. Yeah, they're bothering me. Pull it in, it just fell. Just something sounded like it just fell. As soon as she pulled it in and put it back in park, it was shaking like it was gonna blow up.
Did you take it to the mechanic?
Yeah.
You just paid all that money to fix it?
Yeah, that's what I said. And my dad's like, no, you have to. Something gonna get broken anyway. It's man-made. I'm like, no, but why would you put the same thing on there? Why would you put the same part that was already broke on the other part back on there? Oh, well, we didn't know it was broke. You should have put it on there anyway. It's brand new. I paid so much money for it. It's brand new. Oh, it's sitting in the box. It's still here. Why didn't you put it on?
She got another car. All right. What were we talking about? What were you saying? Somebody
So they
saying?
met.
Oh, yeah. How they met? Wow.
You have to hold the microphone like close to your mouth because these weird little screeching velociraptor children behind me are about to get slapped by me because they're fucking annoying.
Are you done?
So are you guys like gonna be moving in together soon, or
Actually,
Jeez,
yeah.
one story at a
Looking-
time.
I'm
God.
looking for an apartment right now.
are you?
Okay, sorry. So my parents met his parents
How'd this go down? Who met where? Where did you guys
at
meet?
his house.
Your parents just went into his house?
No, I had to go get the car. It broke down in front of his.
Oh,
I
it's-
couldn't
in
drive.
his house.
Couldn't drive it.
That was
I
after
couldn't-
the
yeah,
thing? Okay.
And it broke down in front of his house. So I'm like, my dad was like, okay, let's go get it. So we went to go get it, and I didn't know that his parents were home. And
Yeah,
then
because
I
your parents
text-
stayed later than we did.
It was the next day
Oh.
on Wednesday.
It was Wednesday afternoon.
So then what happened?
So they met. My mom was acting a fool as usual.
What'd she do?
She just being my mom.
What does that mean?
She just likes to do little stupid stuff to make me mad. So she'll act like crazy.
She tries to embarrass you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll be like, girl, you know me. But she'll be nice at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just how my mom is. And she's like, I told you to behave. And she's like, you shouldn't have been bothering me earlier. So she did that. So my dad's like, oh my God, it's Ruben just walking up. And it was his dad walking up. And he goes, geez, that's Ruben number 2. Ruben 2. And my mom's like, no. His mom's like, oh my God, you look just like your mom. I was like, no, I don't. So they start talking. Apparently they're supposed to be coming for dinner or whatever at their new house. My parents bought a house in Buckeye.
Nice.
It's a nice house. It's really big.
Oh, now you're closer.
True.
Yeah.
But further from work.
Oh, that's right. You're going to have
We're
a
moving.
long drive to work. You're going to be hating that drive.
We're moving that way, bro.
Yeah.
You say that.
We're moving that way.
We'll see. What happens. So what happened? They just met and that was it?
Yeah.
They met your mom and
talked
dad?
Yeah, they
Go to
talked
the street,
for a while.
please. Run into any traffic you want. That'd be fucking great. Jesus.
So yeah, they're supposed to be meeting up whenever they move in or whatever. But it went pretty well. He was being a butthole, but
Your dad didn't have any comments? Your mom didn't have any comments?
I don't know. He hasn't told me anything.
Me? They haven't told me anything.
No, they like. My mom's like, yeah, they're pretty nice. They're pretty nice people. I was like, yeah. She's like, oh my God, they're just the same. And my mom's like, oh, he's like, oh, he's so funny. She's like, oh, all of them are the same way. They all make the same facial expressions. They all do the same things. She's like, it's so funny.
Yeah, you guys have like a certain cadence to you guys.
Yeah.
Cool. So what's up with the apartment? You guys
I'm
looking?
I'm looking for one. I haven't found the right one, but I was looking towards this way just so I can be in the middle of everything.
Yeah, because otherwise you're gonna have a long
but
commute.
We're supposed to be moving. Our job is supposed to be moving downtown. So
That'd be an easier drive for you guys.
yeah, he still has to go to Surprise.
Oh, I'm doing one surprise. I'm doing one surprise.
I said
Hey,
you
when
still
people
have to
involve
work in
me.
Surprise.
Yeah, there's someone in the surprise. Fucking kids. I hate kids, man.
Ouch.
Hate kids, man.
Well, my whole thing is like, control your fucking kids. It's like you're letting your kids run up chairs, go onto the street. I'm like, you just don't give a fuck. Like, you're just kind of like, hey, man, we could have another one.
Why does it smell like cotton candy hooker?
Hose. Because hose. Because when you're middle-aged, that's what you smell like.
Anyways,
Oh my God.
fucking kids, man.
Can you be any louder?
The music? No,
turn up the music.
They turn it
The
up.
music
They're trying to let people know get the fuck out of
What
here.
about-
Bro, it
Cheers.
smells just like
Yeah.
what you said.
Yeah,
Yes.
cotton candy. Ho.
Hooker.
Hooker.
A hooker.
Jeez. Spitting fire over here. Anyways,
Oh,
Yeah.
Ruben.
What?
I tried something new today. So I want to talk about the food that I ate.
okay.
What is it called?
Oh, the chile rellenos
Oh my
From where?
gosh.
from my house, dog.
Oh, shit, son.
It was so good.
Yeah?
Sorry, I don't know why food came to mind. Probably
You're
cotton candy.
probably getting hungry.
You got some more? What the fuck?
Yeah, let me reach in my pocket, dog. These cargo pants
That's
are
what
more
you told
useful
me
than
to
you
do
think.
about your cornbread.
Yeah, what the oh yeah, you gave me cornbread.
Yeah,
Thanks
yeah,
again.
yeah.
Thanks again for the cornbread.
You want me to make you some?
It was bomb.
Chile rellenos. is
Y'all
bomb.
peoples make good food.
Yeah, it's just hella
My
rich,
peoples
but it's
don't.
good.
I have a... hey, man, your peoples make
Just
great
saying.
Burgers.
burgers.
Sandwiches.
Salad.
Cereal. Soup. Sandwiches and
I've
soup and
never
salad.
wanted cheddar of broccoli soup.
That's my favorite.
Cut. Exactly. Put in a loaf of bread more.
Wow.
yes.
Hey, get off Panera,
Yes.
okay? Get off Panera. Panera be
a
banging,
soup bowl.
okay?
Yeah,
Those
soup
are
bowl.
so
Yes,
good.
they
Yeah.
are.
Exactly.
So good. Okay. Anyway.
I never knew I wanted it until I had it, and then I was like, "Fuck yes, I need this." What else can we put in a soup bowl? I'm like, oh, not all soup bowls are made of bread. The fuck? Oh,
Oh, jeez.
yeah, you guys make good stuff. What else you make? Meth.
Potato salad.
Wow.
Who else would
Wow,
invent
that
potato
escalated quickly. Wow.
Make some good meth.
We not.
Crystal meth.
Nah, my family makes
Heroin?
like European food.
What's European food?
Like a lot of like what's with your face?
Eggs.
Huh?
Shit with eggs.
No, like shit with eggs, you said? I mean, there's like egg stuff in it to like cook
Told you.
meats and
Boiled eggs.
It's a lot of like German Russian food. I don't know.
Oh,
how to
German
explain.
food is like, I don't know. I'm not. It's always looks kind of hearty. You're just like, oh, you're like, oh, this shit might come alive.
Is there some good stuff?
Yes.
He's kind of like, God damn it.
Yeah,
the
but
Klingons eating
I
this?
think-
as long as it's similar to
I think-
American food.
Yeah, the only thing good that came from my upbringing is we bake.
Yeah.
Amazing food.
Oh yeah. Okay. Germans.
Bake.
Yeah,
Sweets,
bacon goods is good.
Pastries.
Have you ever seen Star Trek?
Chocolate.
You ever seen
stuff.
that part where like
It's the push lock
I
watch.
can't.
yeah, where it's like something
caramel-
fucking swimming in the
I
soup?
want a caramel
That's the German shit. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Cheesecake.
And do
Angry
whatever
shit.
you feel
They're like,
you
oh,
can
here's the
do.
Oh, what's the English translation? Cookie.
No, not the tongue.
No, like
Try to like the creamy stuff, like the,
yeah, like
the
Man,
stuff you
it's hard to
dip
find a
in.
good chili
Yeah,
relleno.
like that.
that
I'll make bomb
sounds
shit.
bomb.
My,
Or a caramel cake.
My
Dang, you're getting me hungry.
now both my grandmothers have passed now, so I can't get good Mexican food now. Like
You gotta pass that tradition. Did you not learn how to cook from your grandparents?
no, I mean I can cook good like my food.
What the fuck is your food?
Egg.
Well, it's like
You're like, you ever throw an egg at a wall? And just catch it with a pan?
I do this
That's what
crazy
I do.
I get the milk and I get
need
some
some
cereal
Some
and I
milk
put
and
it
cookies.
and I put it in a bowl.
Hanging on milk and cookies.
No, well, like how we cook is like kind of Mexican, kind of like
You're like Tex-Mex.
yeah, it's kind of like white people.
to explain what you can make.
We just eat like a lot of chicken and like a lot of.
Egg.
No, we don't eat. Fuck eggs. I hate eggs. Hate eggs.
I don't know, but
Like chicken and rice is a lot what we eat.
Boski and his wife, whose name shall not be said on here, but they made us one time these things called riblets and chicken. You don't remember this?
I don't remember the riblets. I remember the chicken.
The riblets were, gosh, they were so good. They were like so good.
Yeah, we barbecue too. So I don't know. Our stuff is like kind of Mexican, but then like kind of American. But like we don't got that traditional like Mexican stuff anymore. So yeah, so like that's
you
kind
find
of
like a legit Mexican food place.
yeah. I'm gonna go to your mom apparently.
Yeah, but she doesn't make shit all the
There's
time.
one on like that way. I'll tell you the name afterwards. It's really good.
These people just saw these other people walk to the door, pull the handle, and didn't go inside. These other people are gonna walk to the door and try the same thing.
The commentary of this night is
Are you
Lit.
fucking retarded, man?
Sometimes I wish I recorded these. It's just so hard to do the
You
visuals.
stupid.
Ruben, you're being mean.
Do you think there's some reverse racism going on here?
It's like, oh no. They're,
It's like we were only
Stupid.
when you don't get your Starbucks, you get legit angry. Apparently,
Yeah.
Stupid.
Shit.
maybe they felt like if they touched the door and it's like the first couple
Stop.
was Asian, and they're like, no. But then the next couple opens the door, is like white, open.
Yeah, it's like our white privilege.
Welcome.
Our white privilege will
What would
open
you
the door.
like?
It's like the problem was
You guys really honestly believe in white privilege?
no. It's a little bit, but not as much as people say.
I think we don't experience it too much here, maybe. But I think if we're in the South, maybe.
Chicago,
Ah,
Chicago, Detroit.
that is
Any of the
actually
places
true.
where they gave you thick pizza after the war, you would definitely feel a little bit of that.
Any place where they had slaves.
Some of that too.
Okay, I can see the South. Yes,
Yeah.
that is true.
Any place.
There is a place in my old state that I used to live in, and on the sign to the city that we lived in, it said,
Keep the colors out.
no, it said, no N-words allowed on the welcome
Like
to
the
the
city, the city
Swear
left
to
it there.
God.
Like the city council's like,
Yeah.
today we're gonna meet on order. Today we're gonna meet about the sign entering the city. Nobody is opposed to it. No, all right, we move on. Next topic. There went that joke.
I'm surprised nobody went over there and put no fake N-words. Just all the real N-words. All the real N-words.
Yeah, that was. That's why we don't live there anymore.
Oh, jeez, man. That's crazy.
That'd be like, welcome to Goodyear.
Yeah.
With its little hashtag.
Hey, no minorities.
Stupid.
That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely racism. I don't think it's as big as they want to make it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's that. I think the media makes it bigger than it is.
I've only experienced racism towards me one time by a coworker that hated me. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, holy crap, man. What did I do to you? I didn't do shit to you.
Yeah.
She did not like white people.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Racism happens, but I don't think it's that big of a deal as people make it out to be. They use it for cover a lot. But it happens. I do agree. It happens. Yeah, man.
Well, look at that. Our time is up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, our time is up.
Oh, yeah, it is up.
Well, that's
yeah, we're
it.
right on.
That's it. Shut the fuck up, everybody. We're going to finish this podcast up.
You get an hour,
Damn.
nothing more.
Nothing more. I give you
man.
exactly what I promised.
Damn, I was going to tell you something, too. Next week. Next week you'll get it.
What are you going to tell everybody next week?
I don't know. Hopefully I remember.
You're just as bad as this one about putting shit in her phone.
Yeah, I keep forgetting too.
I'll put shit in my phone.
You millennials.
iPhones don't have
You
good.
millennials.
Anything. Yeah, that's right. Glad we agree. Yeah. Yeah. What? You're the one who said it. I'm just agreeing with you.
Have you ever listened to a podcast called
Dick down.
Call Me Daddy?
Oh, you heard about my other one?
Yeah. That's why I asked her.
I'm like, I talk about all kinds of shit on that one.
Call me daddy, huh?
What?
Interesting.
All right, we got to go. We'll see you guys next week.
It's like it's where we talk about fucking ear holes.
We get crazy on that one. Just you wait. Just you wait.
2019, we fucking ear
We
holes.
fucking ear holes in 2019. We're moving forward. We're moving to the next hole.
It's safer, right? It's a safer
Safer.
thing.
Go all the way through.
We go from egg. Whoa! I'm trying to kill people.
Okay.
I gotta do some math. I don't think that works right. Anyways,
That's it. Fuck
that's
this.
it. Yeah,
That's it. We'll see you guys
Turn it
next
off. Later.